Hey, morning, Kev.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Okay.
Gold, gold looking very strong, rallying higher. So let's
Alright.
see. Hello? So monthly's up, weekly's up, daily's up, 4 hour up, everything up. Everything up. No reason to suspect that this thing is going to go down. Let's take a look at the dollar. So dollar is continuing its weakness. Broke through monthly demand, broke through weekly. So it looks pretty good. I don't think there's a chance it could rally up, but I don't see any reason why it would. So it looks to me like this area is going to end up being supply. So how would you draw the supply here on this chart? I'll let you guys have drawing capabilities. What do you think?
Where's the dim? Okay. Let's do maybe. Oh, my
Sorry,
pen's.
how's it weekly? Yeah.
That candle. So I'm going to leave it like that. I think 50%, very close to 50%, long move to the downside, long move to the downside. So that is the momentum away from that zone. I think it looks good. Okay. All right. So that's also the zone that took out the monthly. So it's darker. I mean, we still have another week to close out that monthly, but I think it looks like it's going to do that. Okay, so who do you guys trade the dollar? My broker doesn't allow me to trade the dollar. Do you guys trade it?
I'm not trading anything at the minute.
Okay. So I'm gonna look to trade the euro very soon because it's doing quite well. It's got pretty much the same dynamic. We got that demand zone here that was responsible for removing the weekly, so I could adjust that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks good for a removal as it is right now.
Yeah.
So I'll just put that in now, and if it ends up not being so, then I'll change it. But I think that looks pretty decent. I think I'm going to allow a little bit more, like that. I think that's good like that. Okay. So I want to trade this long. Okay. Now, what's the rules when trading long for there to be a high probability trade, and we want to trade long? What's the rules that we've discussed in the past about?
I was just
That's what
thinking
we
though,
want
if
to look.
you're looking at, if you then look at the 3 month, you then like say for example, because that 3 month looks like to me that it's heading towards that trend line.
Yes.
But then
Yeah.
again, you're faced with the same thing. 3 months is a long time.
Hmm.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So
I'm just trying to
yeah.
sort of like get it in my brain, like how you, yeah,
Well, this is a difficult situation. Yes,
yeah,
your brain
yeah,
is going to get fried
yeah.
because this is the aspect of trading that is difficult
Because
because this
when
is.
you look at that, when you look at that as well, you know, like then I'd look at the monthly and think, well, that looks like that's going to break that supply and head up to the next
Mm-hmm.
supply,
Mm-hmm.
which then would clarify that yeah, it is going to go to that 3 month trend line,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, yeah, possibly break through the 6 month at some point. I don't know. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it?
This is
Yeah.
why. I mean, I know you said for us not to go on to 6 month and 3 month time frames, but the more I look at stuff, you could get really caught out if you're just going by the monthly and not taking into consideration what's going on in the 3 and 6 months.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I'm really tempted, as soon as, like Kelly said, as soon as that Black Friday thing comes up, I just
Yeah.
too dangerous to not look at the 3 and 6 months. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
So
I'm
When
sorry.
planning a trade, you'd need to take into consideration what's happening
Yeah,
on those higher
that's
time
what I'm
frames.
thinking. Yeah.
But when you're training your mind to get a grasp of how the markets work, if you're looking at 6 time frames, you're making it very difficult for yourself. Okay, it's like you're trying to understand calculus before learning addition and subtraction.
Yeah,
Master
yeah.
these 4 first.
Yeah.
Master
I'm
these
not too
4
worried
first.
about until I start trading. Then I'm not too worried about having them. But yeah, Steve's right. We're going to definitely need them for when we trade.
Yeah. If you only looked at these 4, what you'd want to do is, okay, this, like, again, like we were saying, this could drop here. If somebody just showed me this 6-month chart and said, what do you think? I'd say this is dropping down here. That's what I would say. And there'd be a couple of reasons why I'd say that. Well, look at this massive trend line. Look at this massive supply. And price did this, did this. That is the natural move. This is a natural move. You see this all the time, like this. Okay. The only thing is that this supply here was taken out. If that supply didn't exist, this would be a downtrend and supply in play. And this would be extremely powerful. There'd be no question that price is going to drop because that is what we expect from the market. There'd be no question. The only thing that changes is that that supply was there, got taken out, so it put price into ranging. So we still expect that move downwards, but it's more unpredictable. You see, the move started down, and it stopped. So we've seen this in ranging before, right? It can
Yeah.
do stuff like that, right? So, but I think just by looking at this chart, it looks like it can go down a lot. So if it can go down a lot, and we look at the euro, it's likely that this trend line is going to break and price is going to go up like that, likely. And this 3-month is located right at the proximal. So